Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video. So at this point y'all probably know about simulation lag. That's a thing that's very prominent in The Sims 4, I guess you could say. So that is basically the time that your Sims spend doing nothing, just sitting around between interactions, like when you tell them to, I don't know, cook a meal for example, and then they just don't move for like 30 minutes or longer or less. I don't know how much it is for you. Yeah, that's called simulation lag. Some of you are probably aware of it and some are not. Well, in this video I kind of want to show you guys what helped me personally reduce simulation lag. This is kind of a collection of things that I have found on the internet and things that have helped me personally. So this one specifically target general lag, but I do think that if you have general lag issues like with frame rate or something, that will also help, because a lot of these tips are also to make the game less taxing on your computer, so I think that should help as well. But without further ado, let's just jump right in. So first off, you're gonna start on your home menu actually, and you can also do this in your folders. I'm gonna pop up a video of how I'm doing it in my folders right here, but I personally prefer to do it this way because it's just more convenient. So you're gonna click on load game, and basically what you're gonna do is, you can see all my save files here. So basically you're just going to click on all the saves that you do not need or want anymore. So me personally, I always click on like save as new game when I get lag or when I'm scared that I've done something that I might regret later. I have no idea if you can hear this, someone's playing music. So that caused me to have a lot of versions of this save file right here, for example. This is the current household that I've just uploaded, little sneak peek. But yeah, what you're gonna do is you're actually just gonna click delete on all of those that you do not need anymore. Now make sure that you actually won't go back to these versions, but I think that's quite obvious. So for example, you can see here I've saved this last a couple of days ago actually, so I think it's pretty safe to delete this save file. So you won't see the pictures of your Sims, and also when you just do it in your electronic arts folder, they're just, it's a bit messier. You can like kind of look up how to install save files to also know how to delete them, but yeah, it's a lot less convenient, so I just recommend doing it on the load game menu. So the next thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to head to your gallery, and as you can see I'm in my library and I have a lot of stuff installed that I just lots and Sims that I want for my personal gameplay, but I actually don't need most of these in my library anymore. So for example, this is a very old version of my Sims, of my current household. You can see Stella from my current household was actually still a child back then. So you can just press delete on all of these Sims that you do not need anymore. You're gonna want to do this with all of the lots that you have in game or you just don't like anymore. So basically you're just clearing out this folder, and this can take some time because the lots have to load and then you have to delete it and all of that stuff. So you can also do that in your folders, but then again you can see the thumbnails of the lots. I still need this, for example. Now I still need this, and I think we can just let go of pretty much everything else. Also, what I personally think is very helpful is that if you're already in your folders, or just if you want to do this in general, you can head to your folders and go to your screenshots folder, and then you can actually just take the folder and move it to your desktop or delete it or back it up or whatever you'd like to do. Because personally, I don't know how much of a difference it makes exactly, but I personally feel like a lot of people take a lot of screenshots and then you end up having a lot of screenshots, and that's also taxing on your game. I think it's, especially if it's still in the folder, so I'd recommend to take that out or sort it out or whatever you'd like to do. The game automatically generates a new folder if you take that out, so it's not gonna be dangerous or anything. So the last little thing you can do on your home menu is you can actually go to game options, go to audio, and disable this selection here. Now I already disabled this, but it's usually like this, and you're just gonna press this and then play changes. And I don't know how much of a difference it makes. I personally don't think like that it makes a huge difference. Moving on to your manage words screen, you can just select the save file that you would like to play with, or the save file that you experience the most lag with. So you're gonna head to manage households, and then you're gonna click other households. Oh well, actually you can also just stay in this section with my households, and then if you have any households that you do not really play with in your my households section, move them to the other households section. I've noticed that this makes a huge difference for me, especially if I'm in this manage households section. Now the next thing is that in your other households section you can go ahead and delete all of the households that you personally do not need or do not want in your game, or personally don't play with anymore. Now I know that this sounds very harsh, and I personally also really don't like deleting Sims, but it makes a big difference. But personally what I've also seen is that your game generates a certain amount of townies. I think it generated about the same number of Sims that I previously deleted. So I have no idea if this is like a long-term fix, but it'll at least help for a little while for me personally. Okay, also what you're gonna wanna do is, when you're done, you're gonna head to the households that are actually kind of important to you, that you've probably also modified, so like with CC or just in-game items, and you're gonna wanna head to their households. Only if you don't really play with them anyways, or if their looks aren't super important to you. And then this is mostly for CC players, because I know that a lot of CC can be really taxing on your computer. But you're just gonna take this sim that has a lot of CC. Say, just let's imagine this sim has like a lot of skin details and all that stuff. You would head into these sections with the CC and you just kind of take it off. You don't have to do this obviously, but I guess it just helps with your game. So the next step is actually to load into a household of your choosing. I personally recommend starting with the ones that have the most stuff in their inventories or in the home in general. And then you're just gonna head to their personal inventories and you're gonna delete all of the stuff that they have in their inventories that doesn't really matter for your gameplay. So you can't drag this, but you can click multi-select on a lot of items and then you can just click scale. And also, you probably also have a lot of stuff in your household inventory, especially if you move your Sims around. This is such a pain in the ass, honestly, sometimes, because when you move your Sims around, sometimes the game just saves all of the items that were in the old house and then it just puts them in the inventory. You can also sell the items in the house in general, so if your Sims have any items that don't really need to be there, for example this plant, you can just go ahead and click sell, and this will just make your Sims house less busy, so that's a good idea. Also, your Sims might as well have like these chests. This is an item where you can actually place other objects in. So it's basically a storage box and you can just drag stuff in there. And for me personally, I sometimes use these, so a lot of stuff accumulates in there. And I'd also recommend cleaning those out because that's basically your third household inventory in a way. Like you have your Sims inventory, you have your household inventory, and you also have these chests. And you might be like, well, I don't play with chests, so I think I'm fine. If your Sim has any of these books, like even CC ones, that are in the storage bookshelves category, and you just buy some of them, the game will automatically put books in your bookshelf. So if you click open, you will have a selection of books, and these will all also make your game laggy if you have too many bookshelves. So the last thing I want to mention is that you can actually go click on this notification wall. This is especially helpful for general lag, so not just simulation lag, but just if you have lag issues in general. This might be helpful, especially if you have a lot on here. See, this goes like 3 days back. Oh my god. Another honorary mention is the Social Bunny leg fix thingy. I think it's kind of called something like that. Ex Urban Sims made a post about this. She made a video, and that's basically a mod. If you have high school years, you will have Social Bunny, and she explained it better. I don't really like. I don't have the mod, so I can't say a lot, but it will basically like prevent Tonies that you don't even play with to like make their own Social Bunny post or something like that. I don't know. You guys can go watch the video now, because for some reason I still can't link videos. I can't even link to my Twitch or anything like that because my YouTube is being funny. Okay, so yeah, but just so you know. And also there's a simulation unclogger and also some other mods for general lag, so yeah, you can just kind of search for those. I think one of them is by Turbo Driver, but that's not specifically for simulation lag, that's just for something else. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that these tips kind of help you and that you learn something new, or I don't know, I just hope you got something out of this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe and make sure to not delete important things without like knowing what you're deleting. Okay, so just do the same way.
When the wild winds blow through the empty pathways of my mind,